Tammy, hey, thanks. It's so good to see you. We got to chat yesterday, and I'm happy that I could see your face. I wish you were here, sitting at the desk with me, and we could be sampling the chocolates together. But we're still not at that point of, moving and traveling like we used to. I want you to take us back to when it became clear that weddings were not going to be happening for a while, and you shifted your brain to chocolates.
Well, it was pretty clear when I looked out the window and there was nothing. Everything was like a ghost town everywhere. It was just so weird, so surreal, right? Like to be a part of this time in the world. And I know that everyone was just kind of, you go through that kind of denial phase first. Is this really happening? And my brides, I think, that I had booked in were going through that as well. And then I started getting panicked messages, and understandably we had no idea, where the world was going to take us or how long. So, you have to adapt, and if you don't adapt quickly, then you can just kind of wither.
Yeah.
So I'm not one to sit around and do nothing. I need to work. It's just who I am. And this thing had been formulating in my brain even during my previous business. So
we're seeing some of your chocolate creations behind me here. That beautifully artistic backdrop there is her chocolate creations. Like they're just mind-blowingly beautiful. So I'm glad you did make the shift, because now the world gets some of this. And it couldn't have been easy. I mean, you're in the middle of a pandemic. You got to switch gears. You've said that you've had this percolating in your head, these beautiful, stunning chocolate creations. And you just started doing it from home during the pandemic? Just grabbed it and ran?
So I rented actually a kitchen, and you have to, right? If you're going to do something, commit to it and do it. You can shoulda, coulda, woulda all your life, but until you do, how do you know?
Yeah.
Right? What's the worst thing that can happen? You fail. So you fail, you learn, and you just move on. I'm just creative, and this is my art. And if I can't do art, then I'm just not a happy person. And I also like to feed people, and I want to see everyone else happy. So, chocolate makes you happy. So
no kidding, it does. Like, chocolate makes you happy, but when you see, this is next level chocolate. Like, this is almost too good to want to eat. I mean, I would definitely eat it, but I'd stare at it for a while first, right? And then feel bad after doing it. Let's talk about the ingredients though. I mean, there's indigenous infusion into all of these. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I really try to focus on indigenous ingredients, especially in the assorted boxes that I do every month. So it takes some time to source things. I like to use things that people wouldn't normally, like, you don't go to the grocery store and ask for alder catkins or, red hairy skunk currant. It's just not on everyone's shopping list, right? But the introduction of ingredients that you might not normally be comfortable with in chocolate makes them more acceptable, and people are loving them. They're like, I can't believe I just ate that, and it's so good, and I want more. And and it allows me to do cross promotion for indigenous business, for the ingredients themselves, to share little stories about the interaction between the First Peoples and those ingredients, and not just on a Canadian Indigenous level, but on a global Indigenous scale.
Well, and you are a one-woman show right now, but you see yourself being a boss to a number of others as you're going to expand your business. Where do you plan on taking Raven Rising next?
Well, I need to expand and get a large production kitchen just with a lot of space. I'd like to hire some people, obviously, so I have some time to think and create.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to, look into export markets for sure. Definitely jumping across the pond would be something that would be completely feasible for this business.
Well, we are so glad that you could take time today to join us, and what an inspiration. That's some great, I love your advice. Like, if you're going to do it, commit and go do it, and go big and think it through, do your due diligence, but do it. And if it doesn't work out, well, you move on, right? You can always, I think the word now everybody loves to use is pivot or things like that, right? And you did it like a boss, and I'm glad that you could join our show about Indigenous bosses. And I look forward to the big expansion. You let us know when it happens and it turns into a big facility. We can come there and see like the inner workings of the next the machine that you're going to be building over there. Well,
the machines will always have human hands.
Yes.
So yes, that is the machine I intend to build. So yes.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast talking to you.
Yeah.
And you're always welcome to drop by and do some sampling.
You're in Sudbury.
Yes.
We should let people know that just in case they're looking around Sudbury for, you guys have free shipping in Sudbury, don't you?
I have local contactless delivery until things change in the world, and I do ship Canada-wide.
Yeah.
And if there are any questions, there's a contact form on the website that people are welcome to use.
Amazing. Thanks, Tammy.